What's up, y'all? It is Strange in the Membrane, and we're back again live right here at Cast Sound Lab. Big shout to my man Preach. Where your mic at, Preach?
Yes,
I know you're
Preach.
on there, man.
I'm good, man. I'm just doing some stuff back here.
He preaches our favorite businessman. He on point. He doesn't do all that ratchetness. They're like, oh, yo, hold up. Give me a minute. I'm trying to find the switch that I had before was from the last session, and we messed up. Then we gonna find it again. So what happened to our monitor? We lost the stuff over here. But anyway, this is Strange in the Membrane. We talk movies, comic books, animation, films, and everything else. And I'd like to introduce everybody in the house right now. First in front of me is my man, Mr. Michael Williams.
What up, y'all? I'm back.
Yes, indeed. And over here on the... not Clark Kent himself this week.
No.
My man, Sean Williams.
What up, people? What up? What up? What up?
And directly on my left is my man, Mr. Maurice Watkins.
Hello. No mic.
Your mic is on? No.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I hear you.
Okay, hello. I can't.
You ain't going deaf. And of course, y'all know me. I'm your man, Jeff Strange. What's going on? Hey, Preach, we lost our monitor here. We don't see ourselves. We just, not that we vain like that, you know. I might pull a plug out somewhere. But please come down to Cast Sound Lab. It's down here in Industry City, right here in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Not Gunset Park, as it's been known for some time. Some white people are here now, so it's
It's
cool.
crazy busy up in here today.
Yeah, it's got some open house. People are running around and having a ball and everything else. You know, they go, "What are you here for?" "I'm here to mind my business. Thank you." Why are you so nosy? But last week we did not come on because that was Comic-Con.
Yes.
And we had Mike went for the full 4-day package. I caught the last minute Sunday.
Except for Sunday.
Yeah, and I was there Sunday. See,
Yeah.
it's a conspiracy.
So,
next
you
to
know.
me.
And I didn't go.
Jeff filled in for me on Sunday. And
Yeah, I went and saw everything.
we got to bring Sean along next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get him away. So
Felt left out. Okay. I'm not gonna cry.
And please go and like the Facebook page. It is Strange in the Membrane. Just Facebook.com, Strange in the Membrane, all one word. And you'll see plenty of the pictures that we took there. I know Mike got a couple of pictures of the giant size Hulkbuster armor that was running around and scaring children and giving nightmares. Mom, I don't like Iron Man.
Pretty awesome.
Yep.
And I just want to say this one thing about Comic-Con. No matter what your looks, size, creed, color, orientation, whatever have you, if you go to Comic-Con, you will get love there.
Yes.
That is the one place in the world where you can be whatever you want to be, and nobody will say nothing. That's a true judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
Not like the gyms that be saying that.
Comic-Con is the geeks' Woodstock.
Yeah.
And
Just no weed.
Woodstock being dropping on, the young people out there who don't know anything about that. But,
just no weed.
it's a loving
Atmosphere.
Yeah, it is. I saw a kid that was dressed like Professor X, and dude had no legs. But his wheelchair, he hooked up the wheelchair and everything else. And he was up there getting hugs from everything else. And I'm looking at him like, dude,
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
I saw one dude dressed like the Blob from the X-Men.
Yep.
And he was like sitting there with the pretzels and cheese, that nasty.
Yep.
You know that. Well, the other eggs over here. We going.
Yep. A lot of Harley Quinns for the females.
Too
this
many
year.
Harley Quinns.
A lot of Harley Quinns.
Oh man.
And I'm like, there was like maybe 4 or 5 Jokers.
Yeah. Yep.
Next year for me though. Next year.
Yes.
I'll be praying again for a free pass to come in my direction. Because that was some last minute. My man, big shout to Edgar. He hooked it up. He was like, hey, I'm taking pictures, man. If you want to go, I got an extra pass. If you want to come by and come and pick you, but you got to meet me at 11:30. I said, I'll be there. I hadn't seen 11:30 on Sunday in a long time, but I made it.
Yep.
Lucky.
So besides Comic-Con, we want to talk about some shows or something like that, because there was a couple of new things happening in the CW shows and Shield and
we could talk about the Flash first episode. How awesome that was.
Yeah.
They
had the classic picture right at the end, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
With the two Flashes meeting. And what was her name? I forgot what her name was, but she was an officer that wanted to join them. Yeah, there you go. That's a nerd. See, that's a nerd. He knew the name.
Yeah.
But she wanted to join the MetaHuman squad, and she couldn't.
Yeah.
What was it about her? Like, she wanted to do something because Weather Wizard had
killed the parents.
Killed the parents. So,
yeah.
it's the usual scenario.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm going to get revenge. You killed my parents. Yeah. So she got, she got her thing going on, and what was it, Sand Demon?
Yeah, Sand Demon was there.
Yep.
Played a good character, way better than Sandman from Spider-Man 3, I think.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I think so. Because it was horrible.
Sandman was the best part of Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with that.
you got it.
Because
especially when, what's his name, had his little Fred Astaire moment.
Oh, God.
That was horrible.
And then the Venom rush at the end.
Oh, yeah.
I'll leave that alone, though.
Yeah, we don't even have to talk about that.
It's like the Fantastic Four movie. We're going to leave that alone.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's 6 feet deep
No,
now.
I mean, the Flash basically has picked up exactly where it left off last season as far as momentum goes.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best shows on TV right now.
Yeah.
And we've already had this discussion, Sean and I. Best show, probably. One of the best superhero shows on TV.
Number
by
one right now.
far.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
By far.
What about, can't talk about Arrow.
No.
Because someone didn't see last season.
Shout out to Netflix for finally putting it up. So.
Taking forever.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
on this episode of Arrow, we did see the first appearance of the new Michael Holt, a.k.a. Mr. Terrific.
Oh, yeah.
And as promised in one of our older shows, they did make him gay because he was saying that he's like, yeah, my husband and I, we've gone through so much. And I'm like,
no, I didn't know they did that.
yeah. They made him gay. I'm not sure what his position is in Palmer Industries, but Felicity's running things, and he made some algorithm to make the workforce better. Mm-hmm. And of course, the board of directors were like, no, and started firing people, including himself. And I'm like, damn, if that ain't shooting yourself in the foot. But Felicity went and decided to be on some Norma Ray. I'm going to go with the workforce and power to the people, and re-employed everybody back. And they're like, you have 6 months to show us about it to the board of directors. It was some like the head of the what's the name? He looks like a dude from the Geico commercial.
Oh, okay.
The Allstate commercial.
Yeah. Allstate.
Allstate. Silence.
But that was a good show too.
Yeah.
Gotham. You want to talk about
Ooh.
with Jerome? You want to talk about that? I was thinking, I'm like,
Killed off my favorite Joker, that's for sure.
Yeah.
they could have left that as the season finale.
Killing
Jerome?
Jerome?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that could have been a
They
season.
killed off Jerome.
But that's the problem with Fox, I guess. They want to rush everything.
That's the problem with Bruno Heller, the executive producer of that show. He's just shitting on the whole Batman universe.
Yeah, he's going all sporadic.
Yeah,
and
he doesn't care what you know about Batman. It's going to be what he wants you to know about this show. So, yeah.
It's not like he's keeping it in continuity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's just throwing out. He's grabbing all the ideas of the whole Batman mythos and like, oh, let's add this.
Yeah.
Let's add that. I'm
Let's
like,
change this.
yeah, you basically rolling the dice. Now I'm like, Barbara Keene, who's supposed to become Barbara Gordon.
Yeah.
Now she's been hanging in Arkham.
Mm-hmm.
Got freed with who I'm thinking is going to be leader of the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
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 And who is the girl that's supposedly his sister? Who's she supposed to be?
I think it's Cheetah.
Wonder Woman's enemy?
Cheetah or
the woman's enemy.
yeah?
I believe that's what they said in the beginning of when the season didn't start.
Yeah.
Like they found a cheetah. I'm like, that don't make no sense.
Lord.
No, they didn't. They made a reference to a cat. Maybe it's cat. Well, I don't watch the show, so I don't know. Have they already introduced Catwoman on the show?
Yeah, young Catwoman who basically got slapped by Alfred.
Yeah, yo, he straight pimp slapped her.
Oh, this week episode? Because I didn't watch this week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I skipped this week. I wasn't interested in watching that.
Yeah. Open face slapped her.
For real, backhanded too. I was like, ooh. Yeah. If all you ever see you again around young Master Bruce, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, I think you better back out of this one, young lady.
Exactly. Gotham is just too all over the place for me. That's the problem with the show. It's a train wreck. I mean, I was talking to Preach earlier about this. The show's a train wreck, and you just can't turn away from it. So,
yeah, like most reality shows.
I called it Empire.
Yeah. I said to Preach, that's my empire. Gotham is my empire.
It's like you don't really want to watch it, but you just like, gotta watch I can't wait to see what happens.
Exactly. So, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. And now they've introduced Michael Chiklis as the new commissioner.
Which that threw me for a loop.
Yeah, which is...
But I got a sneaking suspicion he's down with Galavan. I mean, he's taking the right approach. He's appealing to Gordon's needs. Like, let's make this task force and, made his own little version of the Untouchables. Let's go out here. Mm-hmm. We snatch this mayoral candidate and bring him back. And, I'm like, okay. But, back in my head, I'm like, he going to do something.
Yeah, exactly.
He is going to do something.
You watch Heroes?
Yes, I
saw the first episode, but nothing else.
Caught up on Heroes. Yes, Heroes is good. It's not as good as that very first season, as you know, Sean. Yeah. But it certainly makes up for that second season. That was like the death knell of the show,
pretty much.
Yeah. So.
And I was saying that this season could be the second season, to be honest with you.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's pretty good. I need to check out Heroes if I haven't checked it out.
Yeah, it's good.
Better than Gotham right now, to me.
I don't know have they said that this girl's not coming back?
Who?
Hayden Panettiere?
No, she's not coming back.
No, she ain't coming back. She's stuck on Nashville.
Yeah, and who's her husband? That tall boxer, heavyweight.
Yeah.
Klitschko,
yeah.
Klitschko, yeah.
For real?
Yeah. He's married to,
Jesus Christ. That big son of a bitch. Yeah. Shit, that cheerleader better be a vulnerable for him. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, she's not coming back. She's dead.
I felt like they were playing possum though in the show. Like she might come back.
Maybe because they didn't show the body.
Yeah, they haven't fully shown you the body, no.
Yeah, it could happen though. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah,
the money is right, I guess.
I guess, and if Heroes last that long, I don't know if it's going to.
It should.
It should.
I mean, I don't know about the player though. Poor Wesley Snipes, he can't catch a break. I swear.
But I saw the first episode of The Player. The first episode was really good. Did you watch the first one yet?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, come on.
I know. I got so many shows to watch.
Just watch the first one. Don't watch any of the other ones. And tell me what you think.
I'll check it out this week.
It's entertaining. It's good.
All right. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I give Wesley one shot.
Yeah.
Because I think he's still in talk to come back for Blade, though, right?
As far as we know, yeah.
Like we was talking about this last show, I think.
Yeah.
It should be a Netflix show, not a movie, though. I want it to be a Netflix show.
It might be. I mean, it all depends on him.
We'll see, yeah.
And how, I mean, I think they should, Blade should have a daughter or something like that.
Yeah, that's what they was talking about.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's supposed to train her and stuff like that.
Do her taxes.
Do her taxes.
Hey, man, that's wrong, man. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's low blow right there, man.
You gonna do her taxes? See, Daddy, you didn't carry the one. You see, you can claim all your knives as work. You can claim it as work. And when you bit that other guy, that's a business lunch. That's a business lunch. You got to keep your receipts, Dad. You got to keep the receipts. That'd be crazy if she did that. And the government owes me $500,000.
Crazy.
Did y'all check the new teaser out for Jessica Jones?
Yes.
I didn't see the full one. I just saw the one when she, killed the alarm clock.
They didn't show the full trailer yet. It's just number teasers.
So which season are you talking about? The one when she's in the barn beating everybody up?
No, not that one. There's
Okay.
another one that came out with the pictures. And there's the face of this guy who plays Doctor Who. I forgot his name.
David Tennant. Yeah. Because he's going to be the Purple Man.
Yeah. And then I forgot what he said, but I'm like, okay.
Which is funny because, like, Purple Man is usually a Daredevil enemy.
Oh.
Yeah.
So.
You got to spread them out.
Yeah.
Especially if you
That's what she said.
Bring them all together. Especially if you're going to bring them all together. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this Fox thing?
Which Fox thing?
All
There's
of
so
it.
many.
All
There's
of
so
it.
many.
As you know, if you listen to any of our shows,
Yes.
we have a general problem with Fox.
Yeah.
Fox News. Well, not even Fox News, just Fox, period. You guys are just like,
Beastin'.
yeah, it's like, you guys keep with this whole who's is bigger contest with everybody is. You want to bring people in and like, nah, move over. I'm Fox. I know what the hell I'm doing. Like, look, mine's this long. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
And then you mess up the whole project, and then you
Yes.
look at everybody, at all the other people like it's their fault.
Yes.
Now, recently, we saw like a couple of deals went down for 2 new shows, right?
Two
Yeah.
X-Men centered
Spin-off.
shows.
Two X-Men centered shows, Hellfire and Legion.
Oh, God.
Then we were like, okay. Then we saw a blurb about Fantastic Four is going to be rebooted and it's coming back to Marvel.
Yes.
And then not 10 minutes later,
Not 10 minutes.
Mike said, nah, son.
Not happening. Not happening. Yes.
And I was like, really?
Yes.
Ruin our dream right there.
Yes. As my brother said, ruin Christmas for everybody.
You know?
Yes.
So
It's like running down on Christmas morning and realizing you're Jewish. Hey, they're going downstairs. Oh, that's right. That's right. We vanished already. Damn it.
Well, let me just say this. Hellfire isn't even going to be worth the celluloid that they print the show on. Because if you're not going to talk about, you know, Jean Grey or the White Queen or anything
Yeah.
else on that show,
it's not worth
And
it.
just don't bring back.
don't waste anybody's time.
Yeah.
You think they're going to bring back Kevin Bacon as Sebastian Shaw?
No.
Nah.
No.
I'd be surprised, though, if
No.
they do them. But
Although he has a relationship with Fox, so don't be surprised if that happens. But
That's
we'll
true.
see.
Yeah. We waiting for Hollow Man 2?
horrible movie.
Yeah, but you know, the Hellfire Club is just not. It's just stop. Just stop.
Because
Really.
that's one thing that kind of made me back off of Marvel, you know, when I was buying comic books, is like it was too many mutant titles.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you got X-Men, X-Factor,
Yeah.
Astonishing X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, and
X-Force.
X-Force, X-Patrol, what was
Yeah.
it? Even that other weird LSD X-Statics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other one? The ones that were like the Killing Squad with Warpath, Wolverine, and I think Domino.
Weapon X.
It was probably a version of X-Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it was like something else. Like they would have like the Elimination Squad. Like
Yeah.
you send them in. It's like, you know, Wolverine right at the front. Come on, bub. You know, ready to go and start slashing people.
Yeah.
And it seemed like Fox is doing the same thing, and they're trying to just do too much. Like
Way too much.
do one show. You got the, you know, if you want to get the one movie going on, focus on that.
Yeah.
Do the schedule like Marvel and DC. They got their schedules out. You know, even though you said something about some movies may get pushed back or canceled.
Yeah. And Humans, they were saying it might be canceled, but Mike said that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
push back.
because they're pushing it now in Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they pushed back Miss Marvel, right?
Yeah. Push back Miss Marvel to 2019.
Okay, so Ronda Rousey, you know, keep fighting.
Yeah.
It's not your role just yet.
Yeah.
You know, go fight Cyborg, and then we'll see. Get your acting skills up. That's the only thing I'm concerned about that movie.
Exactly.
I mean, I think she would be a good fit as far as like for the role, but can she act?
She can't act. Don't give it to her. You said one girl. what's that girl from Game of Thrones?
Natalie Dormer.
Yeah, she'd be perfect.
Yeah, she'd be good. Or your girl from
Emily Blunt.
Yeah, Emily Blunt.
Perfect.
Yes. Especially now that she's like the action woman hero now.
Yeah.
Because at first I was thinking about homegirl from was it Convergence or Divergent? What that series?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Like maybe her.
Yeah.
I can see her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a little too young though.
But 2019 though.
Yeah.
She get a little
like she fell out or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
maybe puberty will kick in.
But yeah. What's the other show? Legion on Fox.
Yeah. My feelings exactly like
eye roll. Eye roll. As much as I love Charles Xavier, they're not going to do that show good.
No,
they're just not.
It's not.
I feel like there's going to be no mention that Legion is his son at all on the show, except a cursory sort of, yeah, he had a kid, yeah. You know,
yippee doo.
Yeah, it's just a mess. It's a mess.
Fox did this years ago for X-Men spinoff. I only had 3 episodes. I was telling Mike, I forgot.
Yes.
What was that?
What was the name of it?
I remember.
I just looked it up the other day.
No, it wasn't X-Force or something like that.
No.
It was something like Generation X or something like that.
Yes,
there you go.
Thank you.
Generation X.
Yes.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
exactly.
I remember that, and
it
quickly
sucked.
forgotten.
Yeah, it was bad.
It sucked.
It was bad.
3 episodes. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was an X-Men spinoff.
Yes.
Like,
I saw the title. I was like,
it ranks up there with such great shows, and I'm about to hurt Jeff's brain right now when I mention the show, Birds of Prey.
oh my god! Oh god!
Sorry for the brain cramp.
Oh god!
Bobble in the wheelchair. Who was it? Batman, Catwoman's daughter.
That movie.
I stayed away from all of them. I had no interest.
No,
that's good.
That
Maurice.
show in particular, that show sucked like a Dyson and a Hoover.
If you want to torture people, you could watch that and Batman and Robin for a whole day.
Oh God, the George Clooney Batman alone.
Yes.
That show was horrible.
Oh my God! It's like, first of all, how do 2 non-powered human beings make a superpowered child?
Like no damn sense.
And she had like powers like Halle Berry Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She could sit there, talk to cats, and all of a sudden she could run up walls and everything else. And like now she's gonna be like Aquaman. She gonna be like no, and all the cats gonna come by like
Yeah.
It reminded me of like an early version of Underworld. Her character a little bit.
Yeah.
But
You wouldn't be wrong
at
in
least
saying that.
Underworld was good. But
yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like,
but God, oh God, Birds of Prey.
Yes.
I know it was 3 chicks. I don't remember the third.
I think we just beaten them on likes and views.
Yeah.
Like, we make maybe about 20.
Yeah.
And we're just starting out. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But damn, that show sucked. That almost sucked like Ben Affleck Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Watch the hate come. Watch the hate come.
Probably worse.
You didn't see the director's cut. Every time I say that in some chat room or something on Facebook, there's at least one kid that will come up and say, "You didn't see the director's cut." Director's cut or not,
That movie sucked.
it sucked.
Yes.
It wasn't Ben Affleck's fault, though. It was the writers and the director's fault. I don't blame it all on Ben.
No.
Yeah.
But I like Colin Farrell, though, in that movie. He was the best part to me.
Yeah.
He played a good bullseye.
I agree.
And then that's the thing, that why did you even go ahead with Elektra when Daredevil do that great? That's like, okay,
Because that was probably a package deal when they went to
Yeah.
Fox in the first place.
And Ben messed all that up by sleeping with the babysitter.
Yeah.
Come on now. Low blow, man.
Do you bleed?
You gonna bleed or you gonna stop messing with that damn babysitter?
But, talking about Daredevil, did you see the new teaser trailer for
I
season
did.
2?
Yes.
I did.
Yeah, pretty good. Did you check it out, Maurice?
No, I don't watch any of those shows.
You didn't watch the first season of Daredevil on Netflix? You got to check it out.
It's good.
I mean, the show's just doing great. I mean, like the source material, like y'all was saying with Gotham, how they change everything. That would take me out of it. That's why I just don't watch them. I'd rather read the original source material.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch Supergirl, and that's about it.
Oh, yeah. Supergirl. Someone saw Supergirl on this table.
I did.
And
I loved it, actually.
Loved it? Oh, liked it.
Liked it strongly.
Oh, okay. I was like, loved it.
okay,
Oh, wait.
so
Yeah.
they almost out the friend zone then.
Yeah. Superman lover.
I had no expectations for the show, and the show exceeded all my expectations.
Better than Helen Slater.
That I could remember Helen Slater? Yes. yes.
I was gonna say
But it's funny that you say that. She plays her mother on the show.
really?
Yeah,
Yes.
I read that, yeah.
She does.
Wow.
And Dean Cain plays her father.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I need a job, man.
Yeah.
They ain't doing no Superman stuff no more. Give me a job. Like,
Yeah, I mean, the show, I don't want to give away a lot of it for people who want to watch it, but it's very on the order of trying to be, obviously, she's a female Superman, sort of, but it sort of has its roots in, like, the Superman movies.
Okay.
As far as, like, what I can tell from what's coming up for it.
Okay.
As far as who her
As long as we
her
don't-
villains are going to be.
There's no Nuclear Man.
Yes.
And no Richard Pryor.
Yes.
Yes. What I read was it picks up from the Superman 2, and like it ignores the other stuff.
Okay.
I don't know how accurate that is. That's what I read.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does. It does. It does.
So, like, I remember seeing in the trailer, she's not wearing the emblem initially. Like, is she got to go through some initiation to earn it? or-
No. It's actually kind of funny how they do that part of it. Like, she's going through, like, these different, like, looks to figure out what type of suit would work for her. Because she's trying to become, like, the hero that this city needs. Although she knows
Where
that.
have we heard that phrase before?
Although she knows exactly, although she knows that, you know, the big guy is the prime hero.
Okay.
So, yeah, how they do that with her getting the suit is kind of funny and kind of cool.
So she's not going to go with the teenage, with the midriff belly showing costume like in the animation. then.
No, she goes through a whole number of suits, and some of them are like, even she thinks are kind of ridiculous. So it's kind of cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And becoming
Going back to Arrow for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, that now he's calling himself Green Arrow.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're going to expect Constantine to come through there soon.
Yeah, we was
They
talking
help
about that
deal-
earlier.
Yeah, we deal with that with Damien Dark because there's Magic Base and
Yeah.
did you see? Oh, wait, you didn't see it yet.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna watch it anyway. So.
Okay,
So you always do this, man. You always do this, Jeff.
Doesn't
I
matter.
see. I stopped though.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna watch it anyway. So go ahead for the content of the show.
You know,
Mike seems mad.
and on that note, I'll just shut up.
No. Go ahead.
No, Thea's going through stuff from
Yeah.
some residual effect from going through the Lazarus Pit,
Yep.
and she's just going buck wild. She went on some interrogation about this one dude.
Broke the man's arm.
Yo, broke my man arm with the chicken wing.
Nice.
And I just wish when they're when Oliver's in costume, leave the voice modulator on.
Oh,
Because he screamed like a little girl when he was like, Thea! Because she broke the arm like, and he screamed like a little girl. I'm like this, like, see,
That is hilarious.
that dude, smoke a cigar, man. You know, like swallow some nuts and bolts or something like that, and just get some in your voice. Like,
Yeah.
Man,
it was just so funny. I'm sitting there like, he's screaming like a little girl, and then
but it was a good episode, though. I don't want to talk about it because Mike didn't watch it yet. I feel
I'm
bad.
not sorry, but I just want to talk about that one part.
Okay.
But
what happened on Shield?
I didn't watch it this week. I need to watch it.
You didn't watch it either?
I saw it.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. But it was a good episode too. You gotta watch it.
Shield is good this season too.
Yeah, they stepped their game up.
Yeah,
so.
finally.
Yeah, like they long to keep the writing up, and
yes,
you know the what's saying that other Inhuman, they still looking for him. The one with what was his name?
Gabriel, is that his name?
No, the one with the tentacles coming out of his head. Is it his name Whip or Wraith or something like that?
Something like that.
I think it's Whip though.
I think it's Whip.
Yeah.
But anyway, if anybody's listening, y'all can call in 516-900-2278. Call in. I got a couple of Facebook listeners. Hey, Aisha from the mailroom. She checked in on Google Plus. It's like, yes, I'm watching.
Nice.
I want to get into one reason that this man is here.
Yes.
Please enlighten us on Stan Lee and Jack King Kirby.
And speaking to the mic.
Oh, yes. Well, the main thing I would say, it's nowadays, things have changed greatly with the popularity of these movies, with the movies that have been made with Jack's creations. And they're not Stan's creations at all. If anything, Stan came along and did what an editor does. Mm-hmm. And you know, Jack wasn't the greatest writer. He was a tremendous creator. Just wasn't the greatest writer in the world. And Stan has skills in that field of writing. So he was able to come in and refine and, you know, kind of fix things. But he lies and takes credit for things he did not do. And it's important that these young people now who are into Iron Man and who love the Avengers and love Thor, they think Stan Lee. How do you have a Captain America movie and you got Stan Lee and his brother and their names in the credit and there's no mention of Jack Kirby and Joe Simon? It's ridiculous. So that's the main thing with me. I think it's important that this new crop of young people, and not just the young people, you got more women nowadays too who are into comics. They like these movies.
Yeah.
You go to Midtown Comics on a Wednesday afternoon.
Oh yeah,
there's just as many females in there as
they are out in full force.
Oh yeah, they are. And you would assume, she's in there with a boyfriend. Now she's in there buying X-Men for herself.
Yeah.
Because she saw the movies and loves them. Yeah. The problem is she thinks Stan Lee created it. Yeah. And Stan Lee is, I don't know how many millions. There's rumors he has there's rumors he has storage houses in Manhattan that have a ton of Jack Kirby's original artwork that Jack couldn't retrieve.
Wow.
You know? That's rumor, though. That's rumor. Wow. But that's what irritates me about him is he takes credit. There's an episode of Big Bang Theory. It's one of my favorite shows. And there's an episode where he guest stars on it. And I watched that show. When they went to
his house?
Yeah, when they went to his house.
Yeah.
I don't watch that episode. Because Stan's on it. I don't watch that. I turn the channel.
Nice.
I don't capitalize his name
when I refer to him.
Yeah, true believers. And he's known throughout the industry as being this type of person, as stealing things. Not just me. You could read quotes from other people. Jim Shooter has a blog where he talks about Stan.
Yeah.
You know, one thing is Bill Finger is the guy who basically created
just
Batman.
got credit.
Yeah, he just recently got credit, and that's good. So you'll see his name as it should be, which is appropriate. But hopefully we would see more of Jack getting bigged up as he should be.
Is Bill Finger still around?
No, he died long ago.
Because I'm still thinking, like, you know, when they did the first Michael Keaton Batman, Bob Keane was there, and he drew his original design for Batman in the movie. Mm-hmm. So I'm like...
And that's Bill Finger's creation. That's not Bob. From what I understand, I wasn't there, but from what I understand, Bill Finger is the guy that came along and said, hey, let's give this guy a bat motif. Let's give him a cave, give him a car, give him a little boy that's his sidekick. That's Batman. Mm-hmm. That's not, you know. And Bob Kane is another. You look up his name, read about him. Notorious for being an ass. So, and people say Jim Shooter was an ass. I respect Jim Shooter because he was honest and he was blunt in what he said and he didn't sugarcoat it. You know, he kept it real, so I respect. People like Stanley, I could have no respect for Stanley.
There's actually a website I'm actually looking at called ZachSites.com. That's basically claiming the same thing you're saying.
Aha.
Yeah, I mean, it's just important.
We have proof.
Jack Kirby created the stuff of our childhoods.
Yeah.
Those of us who grew up reading the Avengers and who know that the Vision is married to the Scarlet Witch and we remember when Magneto suddenly switched sides and became good. This is all Jack Kirby. I'm not saying he wrote those individual stories, but these are his creations.
Yeah, because he was there. I mean, and a lot of people don't know that Magneto and Professor Xavier were modeled after Malcolm and Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
One by force, one by peace.
Yes.
That's food for thought.
Jack Kirby's son even said that, as an example, you take Thor. Now, the New Gods over at DC were originally supposed to be at Marvel. Jack was going to do a storyline where Asgard got destroyed, and what we know of now is Darkseid and Orion and the other cat was going to be at Marvel, but he ended up leaving and going to DC. Yeah. So at any rate, Jack Kirby's son said, Stan Lee is proof that Stan did not create Thor. Stan knows nothing about Norse mythology. He says, you come to my house, my pop has tons of books on Norse mythology. Yeah. That's all he would do was read books about mythology, and he created Thor out of that. Jack's wife, Roz, even said, what has Stan created after Jack left Marvel? Nothing. He created She-Hulk, and what is She-Hulk? A derivative of one of Jack's creations. And in my opinion, is a corny derivative.
Can I ask you a question? Is there a similar, because I'm actually fascinated by this, but I never even heard this before. So they're saying that the Fantastic Four is essentially the challengers of the unknown.
Basically, and that's a great example. That's Jack Kirby. That's the challenges of the unknown. A horrible story that happened that took place, though. Jack drew Galactus. Yeah. He conceived this story. And you can see original, go online, Google, you'll see pages of Jack's artwork where he would draw the page and put notes in margins. Here's what's being said in this box. Here's what's being said in this box. And then you see the finished version with Stan Lee's name as writer. Stan just paraphrased what Jack wrote. There's evidence of this online, you could say. So he drew a picture of Galactus, the very first one he drew. And Jack just drew a little guy in the corner. Let me just add something to the picture. A little silver guy who's maybe surfing through space. And Jack's whole concept was he's just a guy made out of energy that Galactus created who's like his little herald or whatever. Stan loved it and said, no, we're going to make him his own separate character. Stan kind of adapted the Silver Surfer as his character, and he swears he created it. There's quotes of him creating it. No, how do you create something when the guy turns a page in and it's drawn there already? And you just wrote it. You made a little name. The name itself, Silver Surfer. Look at Jack Kirby's history. He's known for those types of names. Yeah. The Black Racer. What are some of the other characters? I can't think of all of them. Granny Goodness. You could tell these are Jack Kirby creations just by the way he named them.
Now, was Jack was down when Marvel was Timely? They started off as Timely Comics.
Yep.
So Jack was down then.
Captain America, he and Joe Simon.
Yeah, because I remember seeing those old wartime comics, where you see, Captain America punching Hitler right in the face and all that kind of stuff. And that was the very first wartime propaganda, like buy U.S. bonds, Captain America punches, blah, blah, blah.
Stan Lee was the copy boy at that time. His uncle owned Timely, and that's how he got the job. Now, I will give Stan Lee credit. I'll give Stan Lee credit. Stan Lee is a brilliant man because he did something.
Fill out an application
Didn't fill out an application. It's all nepotism is all it is. That's all it is. The man, he has, I won't say he has no writing talent because he does, but I will give Stan this credit because this was genius what he did. Stan was the guy in early Marvel in the 60s when they came back from Timely who said, we're gonna do this in real time. Okay. These characters are gonna age and grow in real. It's the early 60s, 63. We're gonna let them grow in age. So we're gonna see Peter Parker grow up out of high school, eventually get married. The problem is Stan didn't realize these characters would have such longevity, so he had to change his mind on that. So that's when they stopped time. But Marvel time has been frozen since Franklin Richards was born. He's been
He's been like 3
years old since 1968. Because Marvel can't let time progress because it ages the characters. They give the illusion of time progressing, like now with the Secret Wars. You have the new female Thor. You have the black Captain America now. It's eventually going to go back to Thor being Thor. Yeah. And Steve Rogers going to get his shield and he's going to get young again. But they give the illusion of time going on, but that's not the real case. Originally, Stan's idea was to let the Marvel universe age and to connect all the... That's the big thing I'm leaving out. Making everything happen in one universe. Yeah. If you read the DC books at that time, Superman's adventures happened here, Teen Titans' adventures happened. They never connected. Stan was the guy that said, let's make a shared universe. So I give him that credit. He did bring that to the whole... we have a Marvel universe because of Stan. The deal is Jack created the toys that we play with in that universe. Yeah. And Stan takes credit for creating them, which he didn't do.
Right.
Hey, one question I wanted to ask because just to settle something with a couple of guys in the group. Who is the first mainstream black superhero?
That's an interesting question.
Now, I looked up. It was Lobo.
That's what I was going to say. Lobo, the cowboy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was written for. I forgot the name of the comic book, but it was like some early comic book.
It was Dell Comics.
Dell. See, that's why we have him here.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
actually, I'm working Lobo into my thing, a version of Lobo, the first black cowboy.
Like it was Lobo, then came Black Panther.
Jack Kirby.
Exactly. Then came Luke Cage.
The Falcon was in there at some point.
Yeah.
Jack Kirby again.
All you Stan Lee fans, I'm sorry.
The young people need to know.
I'm sorry. It sounds real interesting to me.
The young people need to know where it really came from. You know?
Yeah, it's true.
Isn't there supposed to be a Black Panther movie too?
Yeah. Maybe what 2016?
2017.
17 got pushed back because Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, are they making Spider-Man? Is he going to be Miguel or Peter in this one?
Peter.
Oh, okay. I thought
By high school.
High school Peter.
Oh, okay.
But Black Panther. But the first African American character was Luke Cage, that had his own title. Because Falcon was hanging with Cap and the whole nine, and then after that, DC came up with Black Lightning.
Oh,
Yeah.
And like they were glad for Luke Cage because he was the only first character to come in without black in the name. And as you know, oh, it's negative. Don't say black. Say light skin. But I remember reading something like this somewhere. Did Bob Kane and Stan Lee have a conversation with each other?
I've never heard of it. I wouldn't know.
It was like something about like they were talking about stuff, and I wish I could remember it. I remember that conversation made me think about what you always had said about how Stan Lee is, and then like we're hearing that Bill Finger is should have been credited a long time ago, and I'm like,
but Bob and Stan would have a ton in common. They would certainly have a lot in common to talk about, stealing other people's ideas. Stan Lee, this is just true stuff. It's real. It's just true stuff. In the 50s, Timely Comics. In late 40s and 50s,
shit.
they were still publishing Captain America, the original Human Torch, Ms. Liberty, these characters in the 50s. These guys that were writing these comics had no idea that this stuff was going to last as long as it did. They had no earthly idea. They did not bother to sign their names to things. I wish I could remember the exact quote. There's a quote where someone joked and said, yeah, Stan, he's used to signing his signature on stuff, even on stuff that's not his. I wish I could remember who said it in the exact quote. Stan would take credit. There's a collection of Golden Age Marvel. I have it on my phone, actually, one of the Marvel Masterpiece books. And in the foreword, it's got a bunch of Marvel Boy, The Submariner, these old classic stories. Yeah. And in the foreword, it says, some of these stories, we don't know exactly who wrote them, but Stan probably did. Get the fuck out of here. But Stan probably did.
Awesome.
We don't know who wrote them, but Stan probably did.
Yeah.
Stan Lee fans, get a jacket because it's getting cold.
And you got these writers now. Mark Waid, I love Mark Waid to death. He wrote my favorite Flash story of all time, The Return of Barry Allen. If you remember, that was an incredible story. However, with Mr. Waid, he did an issue of Fantastic Four where I didn't read it. I just saw the clip on like one of the little websites. Some guy put the page up. Anyway, Ben Grimm dies, and they have to go to heaven to retrieve Ben Grimm. Right. So only Reed Richards could invent a machine that could get them to heaven. So Reed Richards has some contraption, and they get to heaven and they meet God, and Ben is actually dead. Now God,
hey man, we have a big bag of rocks.
We're
trying to go back.
Oh, yeah, exactly, pretty much.
Yeah.
Now God in this story is Jack Kirby. He's got his art. He's got his what do you call it, his easel? Yeah. And he's sitting there and they approach him and he's like, yeah, blah blah blah, I'm God. And it's Jack Kirby. And then you think it's a nice little tribute. And in one part in the scene, the phone rings and you see Jack answer the phone and he's like, the dialogue is, okay, yeah, so their names are going to be so and so. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and get work on the pages now. And he hangs up and Reed says, who was that? He says, oh, that's my collaborative partner, Excelsior. That's Mark Waid kissing Stan Lee's ass is what that is. Because that's not how it went. No. I was not there. But there's enough evidence to tell. And there's enough other writers and all creators who were there to tell us what really happened. Jack would create this stuff in his sleep, basically.
Yeah.
Here's the pages. And being that he wasn't the most refined writer, and if you need evidence of that, just read his 1970s run on Captain America.
Yeah.
Visually, it's incredible visually. The writing kind of, lacks a little bit. But Stan is good at doing that. So he would take the dialogue and make it, sound good. And I'm sure Stan put a few ideas in here and there. 99% of his Jack.
Because I remember you said before, like, the creative mind was Jack.
Mm-hmm. The business mind
was Stan.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right.
He built the house, but he's going to keep you in there and try to keep you in that little room.
There you go.
To continue to create all the stuff so I can continue to
rake in
build
all this money.
Right.
I
So
can
he's
rake
the
in all
Steve
this
Jobs
money.
of comics then.
Say again?
He's the Steve Jobs of comics then.
Pretty much. He made his name on the backs of great creative men. Incredible. These men created stuff that is going to be around. It's going to form the next level of mythology in the next few hundred years. These characters are going to be around for that long. Yeah. Tony Stark's not going anywhere. Spider-Man's not going anywhere. Every little kid in the world knows who Batman is. And these men, the men that created them, don't get the proper credit for them. That's just wrong to me. That's like Thomas Edison and Tesla. Tesla's the genius, but Edison's the one that gets the credit for everything.
Very interesting.
It's deep.
Well, it's irritating because you're a creator. I'm a creator. What would you do if somebody stole one of your creations?
There'd be a lot of furniture
it
moving
wouldn't
around.
go well for them.
There'd be a lot of furniture moving around.
Like door, chill.
Cuts, scrapes, scratches, and bruises. Band-aids, hospital bills, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, all that.
What happens when checks are passed, though? I mean, usually you bring up a good point. You guys are creators, but if somebody gives you a check and says, I like that, I'm going to buy it from you, and then I'll take the credit for it, and I'm paying you the check to keep quiet, then what do you say to that?
I'm going to ask him to turn around so I can insert my 14 in his ass.
Honestly, I'm going to tell you.
And open my toes afterwards.
Yeah, you think about that type of thing. If someone wants to take something that you created to another level, if I could still have some degree of involvement
exactly.
with it, I'd have to have some legal...
Got to put my name on it.
Harrison Ford. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm not a Star Wars dude at all, so y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a Star Trek dude.
No.
But tell me if I'm wrong here.
Live long and prosper.
That's me.
I can't do that.
Harrison Ford had the foresight, from what I understand, back in the early days of Star Wars, he could see this is going to be something big. I want rights on the action figures. Anything with my image, I want a piece of that, and that's what Harrison Ford did. I'd want that type of setup.
Oh, yeah.
I want to do something like that.
That's like, on some other trivia, if y'all watch The Honeymooners, he said, like, why won't you buy me a TV? He said, I'm waiting for 3D TV.
Yes.
And he invested in that idea.
I didn't know that. I've seen the episodes you're talking about.
He invested in that idea. Wow. And his family's living off of that, I don't know if it's a patent or some trust thing like that, but members of the Gleason family is going like this. Yeah, 3D TV. Thank you, Granddad. You sent all the children to college.
Wow. Did not know that.
Wow.
I'm just looking here at comicbook.com. New tongue, I'm sorry. Legion showrunner talks if the series will connect to X-Men cinematic universe. Fox, stop. Stop it.
Stop.
Please. Let the creative people create. Take your checks and everything. I'll pay for stuff when it needs to be paid for. And let the creative minds run that. There's a reason that you wanted it. It got to you just like it got to millions of people.
That's right.
Stop putting your dick in everything.
Can't help
You
it.
don't have to do that.
Can't help
Pay
it.
for it to sit back and watch it and then bring back the finished product and then look at it and go, okay.
Yeah, let the creative people do what they do.
Exactly. Bring the focus groups in and bring that demographic that you're going for. Let them look at it and go like, oh, okay, judgment. And like, okay, we need to do this, we need to do it. And then adjust the project. Just don't come in there and like, oh, we're going to do this, or we're going to do this. And then when it don't pan out, you're going to be like, it was him.
And then they kill the whole thing. Then the whole because people are sheep basically. People are going to follow what they think is popular.
Say that again, man.
Yeah, they're just a complete sheep. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate. But once it gets to a point where Fox is doing corny stuff, and then the movies fall out of favor, then the whole thing just falls over, and then they move on to something else.
Yeah,
they follow whatever's popular.
That's true. That's very true.
Oh, and happy birthday to Margot Kidder.
Yes, I saw that.
Turned 67 on the 17th.
I saw that.
Is that today?
The 17th, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday, Margot.
OG Lois Lane cinematically.
And she was a good Lois Lane because she didn't oh, save me. think she punched you in the face.
She was the closest to Lois from the actresses I've seen of the modern interpretation of Lois. She did the closest representation to her.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Now I'm looking at the Doctor Strange movie.
Oh.
What happened?
Rachel McAdams, maybe. Everybody assumed it was either going to be Clea or Night Nurse. Rumor came from Latino Review said it's not Clea.
Who is she playing then?
That don't make no sense.
She will be playing Night Nurse.
Okay.
Yeah, Clea is more popular than Night Nurse, though, and she's more well known, I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both kind of obscure characters.
Because they had that kind of thing with Daredevil.
Yeah.
They had with, what's her name?
Rosario Dawson?
Yes.
Rosario Dawson.
Dominican. Anyway. They had her on, she was supposed to be like the night nurse of that series because she was going stitching up Daredevil when he got his ass whooped and he had no armor and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Snatching bullets out of him and the whole nine. So I'm like, okay, well, Night Nurse is actually like a collective of nurses, right?
I believe so. I'm not sure.
I know, well, now in the Marvel handbook, they say there's been at least 2 or 3 of them. So
Yeah.
that's just the Marvel, the book stuff. I don't know how it applies to the TV shows.
Oh, okay. Because like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, Night Nurse. Because I remember that it was like at least 3.
Yeah.
And like it was, blonde one, redhead, and the black girl, she had a little afro and a little nurse hat stuck on top with bobby pins and shit.
These are she was in the 70s books, right?
Yeah.
I need to read. I want to read it because if you go back and read some of Marvel's 70s stuff, it is some brilliant stuff as opposed to what they're doing today. Some of the writing is just incredible.
Absolutely.
The dialogue, everything's very well done. The only thing I don't like is thought balloons in the comic books. When you see what the character's thinking, I prefer dialogue boxes just because it's more modern.
Yeah.
But the Marvel stuff in the 70s is good. Yeah, I don't like the.
Bro, you always see that like.
Yeah, because Spider-Man's fighting the Hobgoblin, and then you see the little thought bubble of him thinking, and you got time to think all of that while you swing. I mean, I don't like that at all. I prefer
you doing all this, and
you're
like, no, that ain't gonna work.
No.
Yeah. That's like, if y'all watch MasterChef, every time Graham tastes something, he tastes it and he looks up in the sky, and I'm like, that's a big thought bubble right there in the air. Like, this tastes like crap. This guy can't cook worth a damn. Then you'll turn to Chef Ramsay like, what you doing? It's garbage. You can't serve it raw. This is embarrassing. Like, dude, breathe deep. Didn't I know you saw the trailer for Bad Blood at Comic-Con?
No, I saw it after. I didn't see it there.
I know they was showing like some people like, yo, you gotta see the trailer for Bad Blood, and I'm like, I did see the trailer. Now I'm still not sure if this is gonna be after Batman R.I.P. where he supposedly died. Darkseid threw him into the past or whatever. Because I'm seeing like, Damian is getting at Grayson, because he's in the Bat costume. So I'm like, okay. And then here comes new Batwoman.
Yeah.
And
Batwing.
And Batwing.
Yeah.
Lucius Fox's son.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be the African dude.
Oh, yeah.
Is this all a TV show or a movie?
No, it's going to be the next animation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they tell you a lot of that's from the books, yeah.
Because I thought when I saw it said, like, I'm called Batwing, I'm like, okay, I ain't hear no African accents.
What's interesting about Batwing, Grant Morrison, a lot of his Batman I missed. I read the early stuff with Dr. Hurt, which was just genius stuff.
That Black Glove, Dr.
Genius,
Hurt.
brilliant stuff.
That was such great writing.
Now, right now, I'm reading The Club of Heroes. I don't know if you guys have read that. No, and what's funny about
Batman of All Nations.
Yeah, all of them are together. And these are actual from an old, obscure 60s Batman comic that Grant brought back. And the character Batwing that you mentioned, he's the black guy from Africa. One of the guys, the guy from England, approaches him. They're all together waiting for Batman to show up. Right. And he's not going to come to this. This is too small for him. And they're all a bunch of corny. Some of them are overweight. They're old, corny. And so the British guy says to the black guy, Batwing, or whatever. What was his name? Batwing? What was his name? The African guy?
I don't know his original name.
You just said his name. The character, the African Batman. Batwing, my bad. The British guy says to him, oh, you got his whole look, man. You look just like him. You're really following him. And he gets mad and says, dude, I was doing this 2 years before he showed up. So if anything, he followed me. Oh, wow. That was just funny to me that the African dude was like, nah, I've been doing this.
You know, African brothers be like that. Like, you don't know what the hell you are talking about.
Yeah, that's basically what he said. Yeah.
I've been doing this. I've been flying around, whooping asses and everything. You think I'm scared of lions? Gotham City ain't got shit on Nigeria. I'm sorry.
But it do look like it's going to be a good movie, though.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And damn, y'all, it's an hour already? Can we have extra hour for free?
Oh,
True businessman. He said like, huh? What? Huh? What you talking about? What you said, sucker? Like, no, we ain't doing that. Anyway, y'all.
Hours go fast when we drop knowledge the way Maurice did today.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you, brother, for coming through, man.
You were too kind. Thank you for inviting me.
You have like that type of voice. You need to give advice just for no reason.
Thank you, bro. It's very nice.
Get your life together.
For sure.
I'm waiting for him to do the Morgan Freeman. Like, you guys like to smoke crack, boy? You know what crack does to you? Messes up your brains. That's what's going on.
Exactly.
Oh, but yo. It's been Strange in the Membrane. I'm still laughing about that.
I guess next show we could do the movie tickets, I guess.
Okay, yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. We had movie tickets that y'all could come in and, call in and buy, but we got caught up in our conversation.
Next time.
I'll post stuff and y'all can come.
Just hit up our Facebook page.
Yeah, hit up the Facebook page. If anybody, find me on Google+, because, the hangouts that you're seeing right here, that's from us.
Yeah.
And you can watch it live, you can call in, do what you need to do. Or
sponsored by Stan Lee.
Oh God. I'm waiting for him to show up now. He got a cameo some damn where.
Knowing him.
Excelsior! Shut up!
Before my man Michael Williams, Sean Williams, and my special guest, Mr. Maurice Watkins. Right. Preach Aldador in the corner over there. This is Jeff Strange. Y'all stay strong. I'm going to be strange. We're out. Strange in the Membrane right here next.
All right, y'all.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. Check us out.
Peace out.